Hello and welcome to the Garden of Eden 1. This is my seed on Valheim. I'm giving a tour of the Swamp Fortress. I posted just previously a tour of Mithril Halls. So the Swamp Fortress is my second major base, my third attempt at a base, period. So I dug out and trenched a square portion of the land here, and then plateaued off and leveled the plot. And I put my base here. After building the monk fort, I realized that I had a few foundation issues and I had to work on that. So this was my response to my foundation issues and a few other problems. So here's the swamp right next to my base. There's all this swamp. Could have been better placed for a swamp fortress, but I'm still pretty new to the game, so I'm working on that. My cart that I dropped in the water. If you put stairs like this and a carve and some X's, it's super easy to drop a cart on top, which allows you to carry a lot more goods on a cart. Here's my boathouse. I designed this so I could not have my boat fall apart every night, and it's worked out rather well. So coming up into the base, there's two ways. You could either go through the boathouse, and this is actually a gate down there. You can come up through that gate, or you could come up through the wall here. And the entire inside of this structure, you could have comfort if you lit all these fires, but my frames per second drops down to like 1 if I light them all, so I try to just keep 1. There's my garden of carrots and turnips, and of course I have my windmill for barley. The entrance to the boathouse from back here. You can't get up into the boathouse from the bottom. That's just for defense sake. I can pretty easily defend my harbor from this section. The inside, this I believe is 10 X's by 10 X's, so it's half the size, or it might be 12 X's, I'm not sure. It's a lot smaller than the monk fort, but it's more practical. I got the outer section all along. Little chimney for my bedroom fire, which isn't lit right now, but that's just because it causes latency. And then the inner portion is my sanctuary with the artisan table, blast furnace, kiln, and the furnace. My cooking supplies here. I was lucky enough to be able to fit a bonfire right in the middle. This is 2 X's by 2 X's squared, and a bonfire apparently fits in the middle, so the chimney goes straight up the middle of the building, and that one fire took the place of the 8 fires that are outside, and a lot less latency. So here's the inner, or my bedroom. It's nicely decorated. My first bedroom, that was 17 comfort. The level 7 forge, and a level 5 workbench. It also has a loft that goes up to my dragon bed, stone cutting table, and some additional storage. Now, initially I just had this one entrance, but I found it convenient to be able to get to my forge and whatnot for storage sake, so I added that door. So there's my looms. And there's only one way up, and it's this staircase here. It's kind of a discreet staircase, but this is my portal room, I guess you would call it. The whole upper portion is just sort of open. Any portal that leaves this area is on the outside of the building, and any portal that stays within this area, such as Camp 2-1 or my farm camp, they're on the inside of the building. So if you want to leave, you'd have to go out. If you want to stay, you'd have to go in. So it's a pretty easy organizational system. And there's quite a few portals here. And so that is all of the Swamp Fortress. My first pretty decent base, I would say.